Okay, everybody. We're going to try and do a Tarantula Spotlight on the Sericopelma rubronitens. The common name, there's a couple. Okay, so bear with me with the common names. The first one is the Panamanian giant red rump, and then there's just the Panama red rump, and then there's the Panamanian giant red rump bird eater. So there's a few of them. Why? Again, common names can vary regionally and by language too, so it's kind of hard to really tell what's going on. But they were first described by Osser in 1875, and since then it's been reclassified 12 times. It's gone from it was in the Theraphosa for a little while. It was in the Sericopelma for a little while. Now, the thing about Sericopelma that a lot of people don't know is Sericopelma are closely related to the Sericopelma. And that is, if you look at the carapace of a Sericopelma or a Sericopelma, they're longer than they are wider. And their foveal groove is deeper with the ridges radiating from that foveal groove. So that's kind of a way to try and differentiate between them and Brachypelma, for instance. So this is Rubik. This is the one that molted not too long ago that I think is a female. We're not 100% positive on that. We'll wait for another molt or two, but we're going to try and feed this one, and then we're going to feed the other one that I got not too long ago. Actually, not too long ago, meaning last week, if it'll actually come out of its rock. It buried its water dish, so we're getting a little condensation on this enclosure, and I'm not really particularly fond of that. Not quite sure why, because it's in good airflow, an airflow area, but it is against an outside wall, so that could be the possibility, and it's at the highest part of the room, so that also could be the possibility. So let's throw cricket in here and see. Oh yeah, yummy, yummy. I honestly don't think it'll come back out, but while we're waiting to see if maybe it'll come back out. Now, and I can try this real quick. Let's see if this will work. I don't know. I can't see what you guys are seeing because the bar is right in front of the camera on the tripod, so maybe I can move this just a little bit and I can see maybe a little bit better. Now you're not really going to see him. Maybe it'll come out. So we do have another one to feed, but this one is bigger than the other one. Okay, now this one just molted again, so they're siblings. They came from the same egg sac from the same person. So a little bit about them. They are from Panama. They can get into Nicaragua, but mostly from Panama. Exactly where in Panama, I did not find that. The only Sericopelma that I know exactly where it's from in Panama is the species Bouquet, because it's from Bouquet in Panama. And there's a lot of weird temperature differences in Panama based on the northern and the southern, and the way that Panama goes, it kind of comes down and then it goes east to west and it comes down a little again by the Panama Canal. But I looked at some pictures of basically where they're found, and they're found in the forest floor. It can be the base of the mountainous areas or other places in Panama. Again, I'm not exactly sure where exactly the rubronitens are actually found in Panama. I know you guys can see a little bit of its dark happy dance. I don't know if I shut that off and do this, maybe. You guys might be able to see just a little bit more. Just at least happy dancing for a little bit. And we'll feed the other one too. Again, it's a tropical climate. It's Panama, so it's warm. Now, that warm can vary. The differences in temperatures are actually kind of dramatic. They have a very, very short dry period between January and May, and then they have a very long, wet, hot, humid, rainy season between May and December. It seems like November is the wettest month out of all of them, and they average anywhere, depending on where you are in Panama, from 68 inches to about 132 inches of rain over the course of 12 months. Their average temperatures really, really vary drastically, depending, again, where in Panama you are. I've seen highs from 62 to 87 on average, but there are times when they reach to the low 90s and mid 90s. I found lows anywhere from 44 degrees to 76 degrees, going through the year, of course. Your hottest month seems to be June, July, August, September. Those months generally have, of course, like a 76 degree low, 90 degree high, or 88 degree high. But what I did found is a lot of places have pretty drastic temperature drops between day and night, somewhere between 15 and 25 degrees in some places. So you could have a 90 degree day and have a 65 degree night. That's the way a lot of places are in Panama. Now, again, that's going to be endemic to where exactly they are, so it's kind of hard for me to get really specific with what their temperatures and humidity are in that. So I'm kind of just going by Panama itself. Now, what I did find is in Panama City, the average rain is about 68 inches. In the northern part in Colón, it goes up to about 132. That's where I got those numbers from. And the humidity level seems to be pretty consistent throughout Panama itself, somewhere between the 68% to 80% range. So it is rather humid, for the most part. Even in the drier months, it is still kind of humid there. So there's not a lot of information on them, to be honest with you. And I went to about 12 different places to try and gather as much information that would be relevant to this as possible, and there wasn't really a lot out there. Even though they've been in the hobby for quite a long time. I've seen posts from Arachnoboards from 2002. And again, and the reclassifications, again, they went from, like I said, Aphonopelma, they were Therafosa there for one reclassification. Different types of Sericopelma. I think it was back to Sericopelma rubronitens like 3 or 4 or 5 times throughout that course of reclassifications. And the last one was done in 2003 by Schmidt, and that's where it stands right now. They're basically, if you look at a Brachypelma vagans, you're looking at a Sericopelma rubronitens. Size-wise, I could not get a actual size, but I'm under the understanding that they are a little bit bigger than the Brachypelma vagans, but I can't find that out for a fact. And things that I found are endemic. I want to say that to be the right word, right? Endemic, or the characteristics of Sericopelma. Their femur has some tufted hair that faces away from the carapace. So, on the femur, the hair is actually going backwards, so it's facing aft. And there's something with the split in the metatarsus, setae, or scapulae on legs 4. So that's all on leg 4, so the back legs are a little bit different. What I've found, it seems like the carapace of the rubronitens is pretty much black all the way around. There's no that little cream or that lighter color around like a lot of the Brachypelma vagans have. But again, those all can be just regional or locale variances. It's really hard to define tarantulas and to ID tarantulas by look alone as far as coloring is concerned, because they can vary depending on where they're at. So we're going to let this one be, and it'll probably come out the minute I put the enclosure lid on, and we're going to try feeding the other one. So we'll get set up for that, and then we'll end the video with that guy. Okay, well, we're going to try and feed this one. You can see the condensation on the back. I never like that. I can't stand condensation in my enclosures. Again, I'm sure that that's the heat up top against that colder wall, the outside wall, and that's probably what's creating it. So I'm going to guess in the next week or two, when the weather really starts to warm up more, that will go away. But I have to make sure that I keep an eye on it. If I need to add some holes, down lower here along the substrate level, just to help with some extra lower circulation of air, then I'll get the little guy out of here, or I'll block it in its enclosure here in this hide, and then just drill a couple quick holes in there. I've done that many times. Just cup the spider and hold the spider in there, and then pop some holes in real quick. It's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't do it with soldering gun. I would just do it with the drill. But we're going to throw this cricket in there and see if it might come out. Oh, don't go in there. I really want the little dude to come out. And it was out. I was actually kind of surprised that it stayed out. Oh. Yeah, don't go running out of the enclosure, dude. I don't know where you're running. He's like right here in the front. Oh, yep, there it is. It came off camera. Sorry about that. Maybe we can at least get a happy dance in anyway. They're really, really good looking slings. If you look at the hair on the abdomen there, it almost reminds you of a mohawk. And I have a really good picture of the other one. Kind of, she was standing facing down in her burrow, and I took a light and shined it in from behind it, and it came out really cool. It was one of the prints, I think, that I did. So this is kind of what they look like. You could see the pink on their metatarsa of their legs there, on legs L1, L2, R1, R2. The back legs do not have that. They are very food aggressive. They are very flighty. They are very skittish. Much more than any of the Brachypelma vagans that I've ever raised. Vagans can be a little bit hairy too, as far as what are they going to do? But these guys seem to be like 100 miles an hour all the time. It's never slow motion with them. It's all or nothing with these guys, and I think that's really what attracted me to them when I first got them in. And it was my friend's pair that she sent to Ruth to breed. She got them in as something else. I can't remember what. I think maybe they were supposed to be bouquets, but anyway, so she took them to Ruth, and Ruth bred them twice, and she has more babies on egg-sac too. I can't remember. She named them Lancelot and Guinevere. That's what Pam named them. So Ruth bred them. I got two. One died in a molt, so I have Rubik, and now I have this one, which is again a sibling. You can see this one was just a tad bit smaller than Rubik, even though you didn't really see Rubik well. But I'm sure this one will molt again next, and they'll probably just catch up. And hopefully, I really don't care, what we have here. This isn't something that I would love to breed these because, again, I'm just a huge fan of black tarantulas with red abdomens. I like all black tarantulas, don't get me wrong, but there's something about that red on the abdomen that really is appealing to me. So that's I wished I had more information for you guys on these. I can just tell you again my experiences with them. Again, they're slings. They are very, very food driven. They are in the same class as Canthoscuria, Nandus, Lasiodora, as far as you put food in there, they're 99% of the time going to take it. Rubik did go through quite a long molting period this last time, or pre-molt period. Probably I would say he went about 4.5 to 5 weeks from his last feed to when he actually molted. I know that doesn't seem long, but for slings of that kind of, he or she, they really were, it was really, both of them that I had before were really, really good eaters. So when they stop eating for that long, but you can tell. You could tell abdomen-wise when they're getting ready to molt. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And again, they remind me a little bit of GBBs as far as they will eat and eat and eat and eat, and then when they stop, they're going to molt. That's pretty much the way it's going to be. So I wished I had pictures. Again, I hate to use Google pictures only because they're not mine. And if I have to use them, I will to show you, and I probably will with the red fangs when we do that. But I probably could get some pictures from Tom. Tom's the one that bred them, so I probably get some decent pictures from him. He takes some good stuff too. So, and if he doesn't, maybe Keith has a few pictures that I can use, and I'll save them on my computer, and then I'll just make sure that I give credit to whoever the photo is from. And that's what I like to do. I'm not a fan of using other people's work unless I've asked them, because just myself, it's not like I put a lot of effort into taking my pictures. I see situations, and it's basically put a light on them and take a picture, and if it looks good, I keep it. If not, I delete it. But with all those prints, I had one person ask if they could, she wanted to purchase one, and that was Shanti from what's the new channel? The Super Tarantula. I think that's what it is, or Shanti Perez. She asked if she could use one of my pictures or purchase one of my pictures, and I said, you don't have to purchase it. Just as long as you give me a credit for it, I'll send you a copy of it through, I sent it through her on Messenger. But I don't like using other people's stuff without asking them, and I just think it's basically, you're stealing their work. Even though everyone thinks that just because it's on the internet you can use it, it's not morally right or ethically right as far as I'm concerned. So I like to make sure that I know that the person that I'm using the picture, it will give me permission to do it, first of all, and that I give them credit for it. So just using a Google picture, for my own use is one thing, if I'm just going and looking at it for my own, visual look. But to do it here on the channel, I don't want to do that because I just don't feel it's right. So you're going to have to you're going to have to Google them or go, to active boards and see if you can find pictures of them if you really want to see what they look like when they're adults. Or you're just going to have to watch mine grow up and wait and see. That's kind of where we're at. So I haven't checked on my oh no, he's not molting yet. It's going to be any day, I can tell you that. I did try to feed the Harpactira pulchripes, and Reich was not interested in anything. I did get fruit flies, so we're going to feed the red fangs tomorrow. Or we're going to try anyway. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to anybody who was talking, concerned about the doctor stuff. It's not that big of a deal right now, so I'm not really going to worry about it. Just normal stuff, trying to rule out a few things on just different odds and ends. But I do appreciate everybody's concern, so thank you for that. And I'm working on, I got another piece of software, or it's an app actually. I'm going to try and do some different intros and outros so that, we're changing it up just a little bit. So I'm trying to get I'd like to get 7 different intros and 7 different outros that I can mix and match throughout, because I know that Kat did a wonderful job on that intro and everybody loves it. But after seeing all those intros from the month of March, I think everyone's getting a little tired of seeing that and hearing that, especially when I'm putting out 2 or 3 videos a day. And if you're watching them, you're watching maybe 4 or 5 feeding videos in one day that are only 2 or 3 minutes long, but you have to watch that 15-second intro and 10-second outro every single time. So I'm trying to figure out how to do some different things. I'm just learning as I go. So yeah, bear with me with that, and we'll see what we can do. Again, we got a few more days. I'm going to do my very best. As of right now, I'm still good to go with the live feed for Beginner's Burrow. So if you want to hear that'll be Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time on Beginner's Burrow's channel. I hope I have everything that I need that I can do it with. I have to talk to him and find out. I know I got the app I think that I need on my phone, but I don't know if I need to have my computer up or how I'm going to hear everybody. That's something I need to figure out. So yeah, I may have to do a test run with them just to see, so I know exactly what I'm doing, because I'm very tech unsavvy. I'm like negative tech, if that's a thing. So yeah, just a few more days of March Madness, and then I'm going to go on at least a 1-week vacation, a 1-week YouTube vacation where I'm just going to enjoy my collection and do some rehousings, get some things situated the way I want it, move some things around. Get rid of some stuff I'm not going to use. I got a lot of pieces of thick bark that I picked up that I'm never going to use because it's just not. It just won't work in anything that I have anymore. So I'm just going to get that, take it, put it in a bag, take it back to the woods, and get rid of that. But yeah. So hopefully we'll have some molt soon, And if anything major happens in that week, of course I will let everybody know. But I think today Vlad was pulling the egg sac for the Dolichothelli diamantinensis, so I hope everything was good there. He's still on a Facebook ban, so I can't get a hold of him. Miko's doing okay, the Nandu carapolensis. Everybody's doing good. So thanks again for watching. Thanks again for all the support and the concerns and yeah, everything. But remember, again, be on the lookout for stickers because I want to fill this table up with stickers. I'd like to get as many as I can, as quick as I can, and I will put them as I get them, starting from pelt friction, going left on the top, and just keep going across, and I'll fit them in wherever I can fit them in. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, you didn't really get to see the tarantulas too much, but you know how it is with spiders. You just never know when they're going to stay out or go in. Rubik never came back out again, so yeah. Alrighty. That's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye. See you later. Ta-ta. Have a wonderful Easter for those of you that celebrate. For those of you that don't, I'm going to have a good Easter, I hope. We'll see you guys later.